Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Advice with Mike. I'm your host, comedian Mike Murphy. If you're new to the channel, please do me a favor and hit the subscribe button. Now, this is the show where you guys send in your messiest, toxic, most out-of-pocket predicaments, and I attempt to break it down, giving my honest and unbiased feedback. Now, listen, I'm a comedian, not a therapist, so ain't no guarantee I'll help fix your life, but I can provide laughter along the way and call it like I see it. So without any further ado, let's get into the episode. I cheated on my man because I thought he was cheating on me first. So Mike, I messed up real bad. My intuition told me to check my man's phone one night. Why your intuition never tell him to throw him the neck without him having to ask? Something I never done. Like this video if you think she's full of shit. So I checked his phone while he was asleep and I saw a few messages to a girl that looked shady, but I didn't dig deep because I didn't want to get caught. Stay alert, stay alive. I just assumed the worst and decided to get revenge. Nah, that's nasty work, and I'm definitely not here for it. So there was this dude in my DMs who kept begging to just taste it and nothing else. So I finally responded, and it was trash as hell. I was pissed I even allowed it to happen. Turns out the messages I saw weren't what I thought. My man was planning a surprise birthday party for my 30th and was using an event planner. Hey, yo! He wasn't cheating at all. He was trying to do something special, and now I feel disgusting. You are disgusting. Letting some rando lick the split. Nah. And guilty because I betrayed him for nothing. I know I'm wrong. Accountability from a woman? Holy shit. I broke trust and I don't even know how to start fixing it. I need to make amends without blowing up this relationship or making the whole thing worse. How do I confess, apologize, and somehow earn forgiveness after such a stupid, impulsive move, especially when he was trying to celebrate me the whole time? All right, let's skip past the you going through the phone, you thinking he was cheating. Let's just take all of that out the picture and just dive into the fact that you was mad at your man, so you decided to let a random dude who been thirsty in your DMs go down on you as a payback? Let's just say your man was doing something wrong. How in the world would that be getting revenge on your man? Because no matter what you say, even if that dude just went down on you, he's still going to tell people, oh, I hit it. And there's no way for anybody to say he didn't. Because it's going to be your word versus his. And of course, you cheated on your man. He was in your DMs. It's already going to look bad for you. Like, yo, why would I just do this to her? And even if like, oh, I got the message right here. He said all he wanted to do was eat it. Man, you know how many dudes say that? And then the girl will be like, okay, but you're not doing nothing else. And then they do something else. So the dude gonna be like, yeah, I said that, but that was just to get her in the bed. And then, yeah, she let me beat. She was super wet. She was like, all right, come on, just put it in. Like, just this one time. He's gonna make up a whole story and lie on you because he's definitely not gonna come out and tell his boys, oh yeah, I just ate it. And he did a bad job? Nah. In his book, that's another body for him. And everybody else gonna look at you like that's another body for you. And then your man's gonna dip because he is seeing you didn't gave up the box to some weirdo and your DM begging to just taste it. It's a wrap for you. Now let's dive back into the story. You did all that and was wrong. Loud and wrong. Moving off emotion, why you went through his phone, why your intuition ain't tell you that he was doing something nice for you or that you should do something nice for him. Your intuition ever tell you to rub his feet after work or throw him in the neck without him asking? Could he just wake up in the morning? Yeah, good. Why not that? Why your intuition never tell you that? Why is it always something negative? And I gotta say right now, your intuition is shit because your intuition led you down the wrong path. Now you done let somebody slurp the box for the Frito, a random in your DMs, your man is gonna find out. Because I'm telling you right now, as thirsty as that dude was in your DMs, somehow, some way he gonna tell his boys something and what's done in the dark will come to the light. So my advice to you, you're not gonna like it, but this is my advice to you. You need to tell your man exactly what you told me. He's definitely going to break up with you. But if you don't tell him that, somehow in your woman brain, you accepted accountability saying you know you were wrong. That's surprising. So salute to you for that. But somehow in your woman brain, if you don't tell him what you did, some reason you'll find a way to be mad at him for you doing that. I can't explain it, but that's just how y'all are. Y'all get mad at men when men get mad at you for something you did. That's just how y'all work. You forget your man's birthday and he got an attitude with you about it. Now you got an attitude with him because he got an attitude. Now he got to say sorry and you started it. That's how y'all work. So if he don't know nothing about it and you don't say nothing, you go about your day, your 30th goes off without a blast, I have a good time. Oh, best party of my life. 6, 7 months down the line, he gonna say something to you, you gonna be like, no, I don't see. And all your guilty conscience is gonna make you think he's doing something or that he knows something, and it's gonna cause you to subconsciously be reacting to that and blaming him for stuff that he's not even doing wrong because you know you did something wrong. So what I'm gonna tell you is, if you really feel like doing the right thing and being accountable, you tell your man exactly what happened. Don't let him spend that bread on your 30th. Own up to it. Allow him to break out with you. Move on. Get out your feelings. And then do better next time. Sorry this ain't the happy ending you thought it was, but you messed up. So if you ask me for advice, that's what you need to do. Stay alert. Stay alive. I'm the man around my homeboys. But when I get around a woman, I have absolutely no self-confidence. So Mike, when I'm around my boys, I'm always the cool, funny, confident guy that everybody respects. Like this video if you think he's full of shit. But the minute I try to talk to a woman, it's a different story. I freeze up, get insecure, and I come off awkward. Nah, you see a baddie and start shaking like a stripper, that's nasty work. The last few girls I like just cut me off because I let my low self-esteem run the show. What are all their Instagrams? No, it's for market research purposes and whatnot. It's like I got a split personality. One that can own a room with jokes and swag, and the other that collapses the second someone I like gives me any kind of attention. So what I'm hearing is that you're good around men, but not around women. Sounds a little spicy to me, my man. I know that's killing my chances, and I'm tired of letting my insecurities dictate my life. I want to get to a place where I know my worth, and I can show it without overcompensating or folding. Can you give me some real practical ways to build confidence so I stop sabotaging myself? Competence leads to accomplishments, which helps build confidence. Not that soft stuff either. I mean actual steps to stop being terrified of women and start acting like the guy I am when I'm with my boys. Thanks. All right, so competence leads to accomplishments, which builds confidence. What I mean by that is when you become competent in something, meaning proficient, and you excel at it, you do well at it, then by doing it, you accomplish different things. So let's just use driving as for an example. When you first learn to drive, when ain't no one in the car with you, you're not as anxious. You don't have as much pressure on you because ain't no one there to critique you or look at you. You're not nervous. You're just learning how to drive in the parking lot or whatever. The moment your mom or dad jump in, now you start making all these mistakes. You start getting rattled because you're not really competent at driving. And the mere thought of them being in there with you throws you off your game. Once you get to the point where you could drive, seat lean back, music blasting and all that, it don't matter who's in the car with you because you're not worried about that. You understand that you're competent at this. So the confidence you have driving is present. That's the same way it is with women. Now, here's the thing. To be confident in yourself when dealing with women means you have to be excelling or doing well in the things that women like. So here's a couple things that if you're good at, it should be easy to talk to women. If your money is right, that's the easiest thing. You could be out of shape, you could be short, you could be bald, whatever. If your bread is crazy, those kind of women you like will come right to you. And then the more women that keep flocking to you, the less pressured you are because you know this ain't a once in a lifetime thing. I didn't just bag one bad joint. I get joints every time. Every joint I talk to is a 10. So I'm not worried about this one not liking me or that one. There's 20 more lined up. But that only happens when you start putting yourself together. So then you get your money right. Then you get your physical, your fitness right. Now your body's, you got muscles. You looking good. Now you got bread and you in shape. Then you take the bread and start buying better clothes. So now you look good. You smell good. Your physique is up. Your money's up. Your whip game is now proper. Now you turning down honeys. You ain't insecure because you know, like, okay, everywhere I go, a joint is looking at me, giving me the lip bite. But when you only get a lip bite look every once a quarter or once a year, then you don't be confident because you know, like, oh, maybe I'm not good in bed. So now I'm insecure because I'm talking to her. I think she wants a guy that's going to blow her back through the mattress. I can't do that. So then you start self-sabotaging and you start saying stuff that gives off like insecurities, and the women can detect that. They like drug dogs. They sniff the insecurities right out. So once you get competent in all these areas, you start accomplishing more, then the confidence grows. So gym, money, appearance, and then like where you live, what you drive, those things come later. But once you accomplish all that and then you get a sense of who you are and you comfortable in your own skin, you're not rattled by what other people think of you or what they say about you. That's where the true confidence comes. And I ain't gonna lie, I was in a situation one time, I ain't gonna drag this story out. This joint that was bad. I'm talking about, I thought she was the baddest thing I had ever seen up until at that point in my life. She lived out of town. She came into town one day and we was cool on Facebook. She was like, yeah, let's link up and go get drinks over here. I'm like, all right, cool. I was dead broke. I ain't gonna lie, I was dead broke. But I met her at the spot. We was drinking. And it was like the Dave Chappelle movie in Half Baked where he was just like, had the money counter at the bottom of the screen. Like every time he spent, it was just deducted. I was like, man, I hope she don't want too much because I can't afford it. And then we left and she was like, yeah, I hope I see you again before I leave. And I was like, I'm thinking like, what would someone like her want with somebody like me? She got Louis bags. She drive a Benz. She's high maintenance. I'm broke. Why would she even want to talk to me? And I said that to her. And she was like, ooh, that turned me off a lot. Like, you should never be that insecure. Like, if I'm telling you I want to see you, obviously I like you. You need to come in and be confident and know that I like you for a reason. And whatever your shortcomings are now, we'll work on that. But I like you, so you need to be confident. And I never, ever again let that ever happen. I don't care if I was dead broke, whatever it was, my hair was growing in and my bald head looked crazy. Whatever it was, I knew I went in there like I'm the man. I never had them issues again. So that's my advice to you. Hope you stay alert. Definitely stay alive. My homeboy was dirty macking me to my girl. Mike, I'm dealing with a snake in the grass. There's this dude I consider to be more than an associate, but not quite a friend. And he went behind my back. Hey, yo, pause. To tell my girlfriend I'm cheating whenever I'm out. Nah, my boy didn't turn state witness for wifey. He made up stories that never happened and flat out lied, but it was enough for her to question me about it, and none of it's true. Like this video if you think he's full of shit. My girl was starting to doubt me and I'm stuck proving my innocence to someone who's been fed lies. That ain't the only thing he's trying to feed her if you ask me. If I confront him, I look aggressive. If I don't, he gets away with ruining my peace. I'd be confronting him with a piece of hardware if I was you. How do I handle a backstabber like that? Clear my name and expose him for being the lying-ass lame he is. Bro, the only answer to this is violence. Dude's more than an associate, but not quite a friend. I don't know what that is. But the fact that he's going to a girl like, yeah, you know, Lil Kev be out there doing this. And yeah, I seen him with, you know what I'm saying? Last night, yeah, he was with her. Yeah. I seen him at the spot. For real? Yeah, girl. Listen, you deserve better than that. I ain't the type to be running my mouth, but that dude don't deserve you. He's doing stuff like that. You talk about some, if I confront him, I look aggressive. Bro, I'm knocking his head between the washer and dryer for running his mouth, especially that he's lying. That's like if you and your man in the car, right? Your man's got the ratchet on him with the serial numbers fouled down because the joint's hotter than hell. You know what I'm saying? Cops, boop, 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 behind y'all. And he throw the biscuit under the seat. They pull both y'all out the cars, question y'all separately, and he go, yeah, bro, that's his gun. He threw it under my seat. I'm scared. He said if I said anything, he was going to neutralize me. He was going, you know what I mean? So you got protection for me? That was his. Meanwhile, the whole time, he's snitching and he shouldn't be, and it's his gun. He lying. Just lying, and that's crazy work. He's breaking God code, and he's lying about it. Like, nah, you got to put him in the Cobra clutch. You gotta execute some type of WCW, WWF, WWE wrestling moves. You know what I'm saying? Armbar, perhaps. Do some Jake the Snake on him. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? You got to do something to inflict maximum pain to his upper and lower extremities simultaneously. Because ain't no way I'm coming home, my shorty like, yeah, your man said boom, boom, boom. And I ain't did none of that. I'm out getting wings with the fellas. He feeding you a batch of lies. Now I got to knock spit out of his face. You know what I'm saying? Because what is you talking about? You know how I would even do it even more? Here's some real G. Let me give you some real game, bro. You don't confront him separately. You act like you don't even know. Yo, bro, we having a kickback out the crib. You know what I'm saying? It's lit. Bring a case of Blue Moon or whatever you drink. You know what I'm saying? Bring a case, come through. We going to be there at 5. All right, bet. He pull up at 5. He come in. Yo, first one here. Yeah, bro, you know dudes is running. Yeah, lock the door behind you. All right, bet. Click. Then you got the hardware brandished and being like, yo, what was you saying to my girl? Hey, your girl right there. No. You told me, he said what? Hey, your wife, he confront him. You told me my man was doing what? Say it again, because I want him to hear it. Nah, see. And then you got to, you know what I'm saying, put the barrel across the forehead, leave the indent in the eye socket, send him off to the ER the right way. And then your wifey like, oh yeah, sorry I didn't believe you. I was believing lame cuz he was telling me X, Y, and Z. Nah. Then when she see you, you know what I'm saying, putting the artillery to the side of his noodle, causing the swelling, she gonna get aroused because she looking like, oh, my man is really him. And his friend is really a lame. Then you got to get the ER dispatch. Yo, we got one coming through on the gurney. Blunt force trauma to the noodle because he was lying on you. You gonna have anybody that's doing that? Nah, there's got to be a consequence. But that's how you confront him. So it's all three of y'all. Like back in the day, you call somebody and be having them on, the other person on a three-way, but you be like, "Yo, be quiet. I'm about to call so and so." Yo, what's good? What's up, bro? Yo, what's up with Shorty? Oh man, she a smut. Oh, I am. Oh, who this? This is Keisha. You was just saying, yo, watch crazy. That's how you used to have to set people up back in the day. The be quiet three-way call. I'm an unk now, so I'm telling y'all YNs back in the day, that was the move. Now in real life, 2025, you got to bring homie to the crib, surprise him thinking it's the kickback, but it's really the intervention, the confrontation, it's the interrogation. Whatever word you want to use, you got to press him. Then when you rough him up again for doing what he did, wifey gonna look at you, sweat beating down her neck, because now she got the goosebumps. She done seen her man all masculine with it. Now she's throwing you the extra nasty neck, and it's back to love. And then that dude's never associated with you again. That's my advice to you. Stay alert, stay alive. Ladies and gentlemen, that concludes this episode of Advice with Mike. I'm your host, comedian Mike Murphy, and I hope you guys enjoyed me as much as I enjoyed you. And if so, please do me a favor and hit that subscribe button. Like this video. Matter of fact, leave me a comment and let me know what advice you would have gave them. And who knows, maybe you got your own toxic tale to tell about a shady friend or an entanglement you need help untangling. If so, feel free to drop me a letter in the email provided below, and I'll make sure I read it on a future segment of Advice with Mike. Now, with that being said, our time together has come to an end. But just remember, stay alert, stay alive.